Okay, here we go with Confederate turn number 6. The Union is pretty much the person that has to force the crossing. I'm not going to do anything silly with my inferior force here and try and push across into a spoiling attack. This guy can now reposition himself because he is no longer needed over there. As a matter of fact, I might try to bring him all the way around. So he can come back direct 7. I think that's what I'm going to do. So it takes 7 points off. Oh yeah, we need to move this up. So first I move my 27 that I owe to this guy. And then I take off, then I add my regular counter, taking me to 63. Then I take off 7, taking me down to 56. So we got plenty of points. I'm happy with his position. Happy. I could move those artillery pieces up so I can get Artie. Can't really get around. He's got to. Yeah, I can move the Artie up, and that'll be really bad for him. So I'm going to reposition this cavalry using a maneuver move. We're going to move him half of his maneuver move, 3.5. Probably not a legal move. Let's take him up to 4. So that's 4. That allows this artillery piece to move on the oblique, basically up here. Pretty happy with that. So 4 and 4, that's 8 points. 48, still got plenty of points. Yeah, so if I can put artillery on both sides of this pontoon bridge, this bridging area that he's not going to be able to use very well. I'm going to move this artillery piece up and able to lay in his guns now to cover that crossing point. We'll call it 6 because he repositioned 1 more. So all 6 of his points get used. Take us down to 42. First, let's see how far the engineer gets. So I'm going to move him up an inch. Let's call it 2 inches this way and 2 inches that way. This unit, let's see how much I can burn off with this guy. So I think it's triple. It is triple the move cost. So I can bring this guy up 4 times 3. I can bring him up and cost myself 12. So if I just bring him over 12 points off of 38, it's going to be 26. Can't really burn through much more. Yeah, I think that's it for the Confederate turn. We're just going to live with the fact that we're putting 26 points in the Union's pocket. I have to get better at this on the second game. Okay, continuing now with the Union side of turn 6. Due to forfeitures, he had 27 plus 50, means that he has 77 command points to use, and it looks like even more coming. So Union is flush with command points thanks to my ineptness as a Confederate commander. These guys have to move 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We should be able to get a scouting report. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll be able to get the scouting report next turn that this is actually impassable. But for now, the Union commander is operating under this lack of information, and so is not bringing on his additional reserves. Doesn't want to tip his hand completely to the Union, wants to keep his options open. Okay. So 5 off of that leaves me with 72. We're going to burn through 12 points right now, moving these guys 4 inches like an infantry guy using a regular move. It still leaves me with 60. I'm fine. All right. This infantry unit is moving directly forward. We're going to do this and give him 4 points worth of move. That means I can move this artillery piece up I'm shifting this whole line, I'm kicking this whole line of infantry out. It's kind of like Tetris to be able to do this. But I'm going through this passage between these two artillery pieces. Think about it. So he's moved, he can't move, he can't move. I just moved him. I don't want to move the general. I don't really want to move that cavalry at this point, just in case the Confederates try to get cute. This artillery piece can't really move forward until the infantry does, and I can tell where it's going to move to. So that's what I have to do now, is move this infantry guy. I can only move these two infantry guys. I've got 40 points, so I can move him on the oblique, costing full regular infantry moves, so that will be 9 points I can burn moving him through on the oblique. So I'm going to burn this guy 3 points by moving him on the oblique for 3. And I can burn 9 points for this guy, moving him on the oblique for 3. That's 18 more points off of there, leaving me with 22. Artillery moves on the diagonal for its regular movement. I can't really do that, so I'm going to have to do a maneuver move, and it just cost him 3 points of movement. He is not. Yeah. Now we're going to move him 2. We're going to move him 2 just to make sure that he's not violating the rules here. So the 15th Indiana Light Battery moves 2 points maneuver move, taking me down to 20 points. Moved everybody here. I don't know the condition down there. I don't want to bring another unit online and show the Confederates what I'm thinking about double press. But I also don't want to sacrifice those 22 points. Or actually, 20 points. I could do 2 infantry moves on the oblique for 18. That's what I'm going to do. So, bring on one more reserve. He's moving on the oblique, regular infantry move, can't move on the oblique, it can only move straight ahead. So I can only move 3. The only way I can burn points big time would be over here. Let's bring on this guy moving direct 4 inches times 3. I can burn up 12 points this way. So we're bringing on the first element of the 11th Kentucky Infantry Regiment. I'm not going to mark those points off yet. And that means that I can bring on my last element of this regiment, 3 inches. So that would be 12 points and 3 points. So that's what I'm going to do. So that still burns up. 12 and 3 is 15. It still burns up 15 to 20. Give me just 5. I could bring one of those on, but that's enough. I think we're good with the Union move here for turn number 6.